For those that are new here or just catching this, me and John are crypto miners. We used to be hobbyists, and now we've started a complete mine. We've went from one or two machines into full-blown, full-scale, pushing this on to the next level, and we're here to document our journey. Think, as in me, I think Ergo is a scam. Honestly, I had a lot of hope for Ergo as Ethereum went to proof of stake, and a lot of other people did too. However, as the network difficulty spiked and things essentially were exposed on Ergo, a lot of things have come to light to make it. There are things that are stated on their white paper, and then there are things that are reality. And I'm not gonna say that everybody's not perfect or whatever, but there, for me at least, it seems like it's a blatant lie, and it just the way. I don't know. Like, so here's the thing. I want, if anybody, one thing that I do when I start to look at a project is I go to the white paper, and regardless of how long that white paper is, whether it be one page, similar to like our token that we're building, and our token's not perfect either, and we'll be the first to admit that, and we know where we may make mistakes, and we're doing corrections, and we go over all that fun stuff. Whatever. This isn't about our project. Ergo. It's not about us. Yeah, it's not about us. 22 pages is their white paper. And usually what I've noticed is the longer the white paper is on a particular project, the more that they can word things a certain way, or the more that there's just fluff in there that doesn't need to have fluff. And one thing that I want to really point out is Ergo specifically tells you on their page. So let me just go back. A fair start, right? When Ergo launched in 2019, there was no initial coin offering, no pre-mine, no pre-allocation of tokens to any team members or venture capitalists. A truly fair launch with 4.43% of the funds allocated to the ecosystem developments, unparalleled to any other smart contract platform. So there's truth there, and then there's I don't know the words. So the way that they've worded it, it's right. There was no coin offering. Nothing was pre-mined. The usage of pre-allocation is a little that's vague at best for essentially what I'm about to talk about. And so all of Ergo itself was not pre-minted, not pre-mined, but it was attributed to a smart contract. The emissions itself, this emission, so I want people to go to the actual white page of Ergo, read it in its entirety, and then tell me that when you're mining on your GPU, are you actually mining the coin? Now, you may be getting paid out, but you're being paid an emission rate, which is based off of a smart contract. So all of Ergo is literally on one smart contract or another. So in reality, all of the token has already been mined. In reality, similar to any smart contract tokenomics token, it is already out there for people to get. It can be compromised. Do not get me wrong that it cannot be, because it is on a smart contract. Smart contracts can be compromised in any way, shape, or form if someone so chooses to do so. If there's a will, there's a way. And this is just my opinion. I'm sure we will get a bunch of Ergo haters or fanboys, I should say, coming in and hating and destroying everything that I'm saying. Either way. But the thing is that Ergo is on a smart contract, and you're directing your rig similar to Ton coin, which they were just open and transparent, like, hey, this is what we're doing for this certain amount of coin. We're putting out a smart contract, and then we're using your power for something else to help us somewhere else on your GPU, and we're just going to pay you an award for that. So in this emissions, essentially, that's what's happening here with Ergo. You're directing your GPU to their algorithm, Autolicos, and they're paying you based on their emission contract, which we already know based on what transpired when ETH went proof of stake. Their emission contract can be altered. Now, it's all about a being moral, essentially. Now, has Ergo acted in bad faith yet? No. Can they? Yes. The way the devs tackle things leads me to believe that it could happen at any point, just because they think that they're essentially no better than ETH devs. The way they act, the way that their egos really supersede themselves. Just a lot of different things. And again, rant warning. I'm not trying to rant either. I'm trying to explain why I think it's a scam. And I honestly should basically have a tinfoil hat for the most part. But the thing is in this white paper, in any of their website or data, it does not say that Ergo is sitting on a smart contract. And the reality is it's sitting on a smart contract, and you're being paid through an emissions of that. That emissions can be altered. So Ergo team will say, well, the community decides that. The thing with that is that the community is not the devs. The community is just directing their hash rate towards a project. And yes, they can vote, and they have voting mechanisms in it. But at the end of the day, the devs have to rewrite code and create or modify the smart contract that's in place for the emissions. So all it takes is one bad actor. It's just a vulnerability, a risk thing that basically exposes Ergo as like, this can be changed whenever I want to. And that defeats the purpose of proof of work. So in Bitcoin, the miners dictate, are we staying proof of work or are we going proof of stake? And obviously all of Bitcoin mining is Bitcoin mining. So no one's going proof of stake. That argument is just invalid and not going to happen, right? Here, the devs can be like, well, screw you. It's my project. I'm moving over. We're going to move it to whatever we want. And my biggest question right now is, if we're directing GPUs, me and John, we are not. We mined it for a little while, and we are no longer mining it at all. If we're directing our GPUs to it, though, to mine, where is that power going? You have projects like Flux that say it's going to be utilized to useful work. It's part of the AWS system that they're posted. Like, Flux gives you, hey, this is what everything's going to be. Like, essentially, they're going to be the Amazon of crypto, right? The AWS of crypto, and that's where your power is going to be heading to. They're transparent. I mean, I have my own issues with Flux with other things, but every project's not perfect, so it's not that I'm trying to say anything bad. It's just that I have my own issues with Flux, similar to other people, and but here in Ergo, this makes it apparent, and there's just a vulnerability there for me, right? That this can be rug pulled at any given point with no repercussions other than law enforcement, I guess, at that point, right? But even then, the SEC, all they're going to do is impose fines or try to do some regulatory or choke crypto. Like, it's nothing would happen to the devs. I honestly don't think. I mean, SBF is just sitting around playing LOL. Like, I don't know. So this is my opinion. It's all, whatever it may be, take it as it is.